The postseason pregame on TBS is presented by GMC. We are professional grade.
You know, you've seen the stories. Trading cards booming. Billion-dollar businesses coming in. New record sales every night. We're talking about generational wealth because of little pieces of cardboard. And it all kind of got going around the pandemic, which is when this boom started. We've seen booms in the past, but this time, this one's different. I headed down to my hobby hangout in the West Village called Bleecker Trading to meet industry leader Ken Goldin of Goldin Auctions to talk about why do cards matter so much. This is a hobby that's been going on for over 100 years.
Yep.
We had a boom in the 50s, then there was a boom in the 80s.
Yep.
This boom compared to the last two booms, how does it compare?
It is kids, it is adults, it is international. We are out of the basement, we are part of pop culture, it is mainstream.
Why do people love little pieces of cardboard with pictures of athletes on it?
Besides being a big business, it's very personal. It is very, very personal. It's nostalgia, it's memories, it's childhood treasures that people want to hold on to.
Trout has 2 cards in the top 25 most expensive cards ever sold. He is like the modern guy.
Yes, he is. They consider him like the modern Mickey Mantle as an example.
How do you explain to people that are not in the hobby why an active player could be selling more than an all-time great?
In general, the cards that people are buying of modern players that are going for big money are limited in number. Look at the comparison between what a vintage card looks like and what a modern card looks like. I mean, this is dull, and that's from the 21st century.
How much could a player's card price change based on a good playoff performance?
Baseball is so reactive. No matter who the player is, it's going to create some sort of spike.
At the wall, Freddie Freeman's left the yard and put the Braves on top.
Let's say Bueller goes out, pitches a no-hitter, then card's going to absolutely skyrocket.
Baseball, I still feel like, is king of the hobby.
Think of the stories that baseball cards have, starting with the famous T-06 Honus Wagner. There you have a set put out by the American Tobacco Company, the first major set ever produced with all the legendary players of the turn of the century. And then you've got Honus Wagner, who pulled his card because he did not want to promote tobacco to kids. Then you look at Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, and what he meant to America. And you can relive that through his cards. And that, to me, is what why baseball cards have always been king, and certainly, to me, will always be king.
As somebody that loves the story of baseball, when you see Hank Aaron's first card, what does it do for your nostalgia?
The first thing you do is you look at him and you look at how young he looks.
Right.
He's got his whole life ahead of him. He's got his whole career ahead of him. Would he know that he would break Babe Ruth's record? Would he know how important he was to the game?
I'm holding about $1.5, $2 million in my hands right now.
That is the holy grail, many people would say. 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle.
I feel like Mickey Mantle was this entire generation's rock star.
That is why Mickey Mantle, sells for so much more than players of similar nature, whether it be a Ted Williams or Willie Mays, because Mickey Mantle was a Yankee, and Mickey Mantle won all those World Series, and Mickey Mantle had the World Series home run record.
Bob Costas famously has a 1958 Mickey Mantle All-Star card in his wallet. There are 47 PSA 9s. There are 0 PSA 10s.
Yep.
Last PSA 9 went for about $5,500 in March.
Yep.
Let's say that his wallet is the best wallet of all time. In his wallet is the only 10.
I think that the low end would be 250, and who knows, 250,000. But it would not shock me if one came out and it was the only one that it went for $500,000.
Bob, do you think he would sell it?
Bob Costas, no, he would not sell that card. Those are memories that can't be replaced, and that's why money cannot buy those items.
Ken, thank you so much. You can leave these with me, and I'll see you later, pal.
Thank you so much, Adam. Appreciate it.
This is awesome.
And the guys are right. There's no way I sell this thing. That this is not the original one. The original one I got in 1958 when I was 6 years old out of the first pack of Topps bubblegum cards I ever purchased. I still have it, but it's gotten kind of battered. Over the years, though, fans, in some cases friends of mine, but in many cases people I've never met, have sent them to me as birthday gifts or as Christmas gifts. I'm not really a collector. The guys have it right. It's just the memory of your childhood. That's what it represents to me.
It definitely does. I remember just, not having the patience, running down to 7-Eleven, getting that pack of 10 cards for the bubble gum and hoping you got something good in there, and then trading, using them to make noise in your bicycle.
Yeah, put it on the spoke.
The spoke.
Make the clipping sound.
And then, trying to keep that one for a trade. And I wish my cousin, who was a big collector, he's been collecting since we were kids, I wish that I had known better then, because I traded him some very good cards that he teases me about now. So I'm trying to get them away from him, but I don't think that's going to happen either.
Pedro, you know how much a pack of Topps bubblegum cards cost in the late 50s, early 60s with a little chalky piece of gum attached to it?
No, I don't, Bob.
A nickel. And let me tell you something about that piece of gum. If in an archaeological dig 100 years from now, somebody finds an old Bob Perky or Carlton Willie, and their card was face up on that stick of gum, the residue of that gum will still be there. I don't know what material it was made of. And by the way, as you know, you never used a Hank Aaron, a Willie Mays, or a Mickey Mantle on the spokes of your bike. That was for a Hector Lopez or a Jerry Lumpy. Expendable, right? Especially if you had doubles or triples.
Now, Bob, would you eat that piece of gum if we can guarantee you a PSA 10 card of the Mickey Mantle?
I would eat 100 of them. Hey, guys, let's take a look at your cards. We got some of them, right?
We're styling and profiling.
Here we go.
TBS hooked us up with some great ones. I'll check them out.
Pedro, I'll make you a trade. I'll trade
Curtis.
you a 2011 Jimmy Rollins for like a 99 Pedro Martinez.
Don't do it, Pedro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's my buddy J-Roll. I have to put him in here.
Hey, guys in the truck, let's take a look at some of Pedro's cards. That was his first year in the major leagues. These are as the years move along with various clubs. And how about J-Ro? We get J-Ro in here?
Got a little,
those are some sweet ones right there.
Little throwback pieces. They always had us do the throwback pieces.
Only one with a smile, Jimmy. What was going on that day?
I was serious, dog. I was serious. When I'm smiling, I'm serious.
All right.
All right, guys. So much for that. It's Max Fried for the Braves as they try to put the finishing touches on an upset victory in this NLCS. Joe Kelly will be the opener for the Dodgers, trying to send it back to Atlanta. Final thoughts after this.